Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to Twisted Thursday. I am VS Speaks Royally. It's trash time. You know how it is. There's things that I like to cover a little earlier sometimes, and Sussex Saturday. And y'all just love trash time. And then I just realized I didn't share myself out. So I am doing that while I can, if I can quickly. Whoo is all I can say. So I hope you all are well. And let me see something. Okay. Yeah. I did it on Twitter. I did it on YouTube. I'm going to do it on Spoutable. Ooh. Hopefully all of you have joined that are on other social medias outside of YouTube, Spoutable, that are squatties. Yes. If you're not, you're going to get sniffed out and probably get booted right on and off of there. But anyway, because they're not going to tolerate too much mess on that social media platform. And I love that because it's Christopher Boozy. So many of you know that name. So let Church Nelly. I'm over here, and then I happen to, because I was on the YouTube side, and I see her comment come through. You are so bad. Look at this. Personally, I prefer bitch slapping time. You are too funny. All right, let me do this quickly. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. And I want to formally give a shout out to the twoest new channel members, Ami Girl and Noreen Bengali. I want to welcome you. I thank you for the additional support you are giving to the channel. And this is for you if you're not already in the live stream, but when you see it. New channel member! New channel member! New channel member! So as I've said, YouTube does not notify content creators with a nice little pop-up that you have new members. So if I have to watch the studio really closely, especially the member section. And then when I see different names, I'm like, oh, how great is this? And then I happen to capture the screen in the live stream before it disappears. So right before it goes, the live stream, I go live. Any comments left just are poof into the atmosphere. So thankfully I happened to see this prior to, but y'all know I'm delaying getting to the time that you want to get to. Let me see. All right. Yes. Church Nelly, you and your asylum. Yes, that's right. Get to the point with no interruption needed. You are too funny. Hey, Elaine over there in the UK. All right. Okay. Without further delay. Oh, I should joke with y'all and tell you I deleted something, my little trash time thing, but I have the music, so you'll get this. It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time. I do want to say it's pretty sad that there's even items that I could cover for trash time. Like I do hope one day that we get to the point that we don't have trash time. Just saying. Okay, so this individual, and I'm being kind saying individual because I could put a few names to him. I know many in the squad have seen this, but and I don't know if I shared it earlier, but this particular account on Twitter, she had so much to say about this particular scene that was in Netflix, which I'm seeing a lot of regurgitation now of the Netflix docuseries. I guess they've done their rounds on everything else, and now they're looping back to Netflix. But they had a problem with, Archie what he has on and his hair, and I'm like, Archie is the cutest little boy. He's wearing a cute regular little boy's outfit. Let me just say that. It's not shorts like you see with some of the royals up to the age of what, 7, I think it is, or when they go to school, something like that. That they have to wear shorts, but yeah. Uh-huh. So why they think that it's 900 degrees in California 24/7, I don't know, because it's truly not that warm all the time. And depending on the time of day, which it looks like it was morning, given the shade in the trees. Yes, I know I'm overanalyzing, but I don't care. They can do it, I can do it. But there's nothing wrong with him. But I want to say this: children are off limits. Hot dang it! Now Archie, has done nothing to you. She knew she was going to catch a lot of heat. Oh, she knew she was going to catch a lot of heat, because when I clicked on, and I'm trying to look for, I might have deleted it. She had us blocked. She had a few of us, like, squad was coming for her when we saw what she said, but she had us blocked, and it was like, oh, good thing you did, because yeah, you were going to catch a good fair amount of heat. And I only saw this on my timeline because a squatty was responding to the person, and I was like, who is this, and why are you going in on Archie? So yeah, you little, I won't say too much bad, but Samba, he looks just fine. Why hate on a kid? Exactly. I mean, if they did a funny little gesture, that would be something. We saw Louis with the finger to his mother's face, but that's a little different. We laughed at that. Still didn't go in on the kid. Now this person just has so much to say. It's like, what are you talking about? And I'm just kind of glad she did, because I might have lost my Twitter account behind that incident. Church, now who's this bitch attacking a kid? Yeah, I know. It's like, you'll see. You'll see. Elaine, he's a normal little boy. He really is. I mean, this scene is so quick when you're looking at it on scene. Like, you see him going up the hill, I guess you would call it, where Harry's like, hi ho, it's off to work, and you see Archie is up at the top, and then he's running, and he's looking at the animals that are there, and the dogs are running. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that, because just bitch slapping time to the max. Yeah, just leave Archie and Lilibet alone. Nobody, just leave them alone. Okay. Prudence, these flipping people are attention seekers, putting Archie's picture just to get, but they know what they're doing when they block most of squad. Yeah. They already had me blocked. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just block you back, just so that you can't come back to my timeline to look at anything. But yeah, I just Samba, how dare his parents not dress him in in his tux with tails to go outside and play. The nerve. I know, because it's like the scene right after that, for all of us who have watched the docu-series and probably have watched this one scene over and here on one of the balconies of their beautiful mansion. And they're doing, the hummingbirds are there, and Harry's trying to explain to him, and all he cared about was his dirty foot. Yeah, that was like the cutest scene. So there is nothing wrong with his clothing. They're neat and clean and well fitted for a little boy. What does she expect for him to be out playing in a suit? Yes, obviously, a suit. And I don't know. His hair. Well, it's his hair. I you know. mm. He's a biracial child. Let's just say that. Usually their hair is very curly in texture, generally, like I said. So leave his hair alone. I couldn't even tell by this picture. I'm like, he has a head full of hair. Is that what she's jealous over? Because her kids were bald up until the age of 5 or something? Just okay. Let me get on with this. What is this? C-Mac, they just want him dressed like Christopher Robinson from Winnie the Pooh. We're not putting shorts on him unless it's summertime. I'm so glad that he's being raised in the USA. So Prince Archie won't have to worry about the craziness of that so-called protocol. Yes. Cinderella, Brits have no idea what it's like to live in America. Obviously not. Obviously not, Lorna. There's such a thing called play clothes. Okay, you go ahead on. You know, we all kind of remember when we were younger and it was picture day, and your mother would have that time of getting you ready for picture day. Mine used to whisper to me, please, until your picture is taken, you know, if you go out for recess, please. Because a lot of those pictures you would see after the fact, yeah. Your mom's like, you didn't listen. She can't afford Archie's outfit. That's why she Tia, you're too funny. Elaine, thank you so very much. This is for you. Ooh, where is it? Where is it? You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Again, thank you very much. All right, let me get back and get through the rest of the little items that I have because I'm sure they're going to get you just as fired up. You know how things go. Okay, so the next little item, it's still dealing with the kids, but in a roundabout way, making a to do about, you know, Archie, Lilibet are not invited to the coronation. Okay. Number one, they're toddlers. Number two, who gives a flying fig if they're invited or not? They're toddlers. You really think they're going to be able to sit still through the boring, and I'm being kind, boring ceremony of two people who really have done nothing to show that they love them at all. Okay. So this is one of the headlines. And then here was, you know, where they're starting the whole thing on, they're being left out. No, they're children. I mean, you know, if they were over there, there's this whole thing on, there's no room on the balcony for, you know, Harry and Meghan and the kids. And we'll see. We'll see. You know, working royals. Well, then I don't want to see any of the rest of that clan. And I'm using that word figuratively, that clan up there on that balcony, but only the working royals. Ford Escape, although they just got a promotion, no, she don't even need to be there either. Now, kind of moving on into type of stuff. I'm still trying to figure out, like, what is it with them trying to wrap Harry and Meghan into Hollywood? Meghan was in Hollywood, was a working actress, although she was based in Canada, but still, she was young and a young actress, but was never that Hollywood type. And she even says, you know, I wasn't out for the next Oscar-winning role or whatever. So now they're starting this whole, oh, well, if, you know, they could do worse attending the coronation, you know, given like Tinseltown. And I'm like, what do the two have to do with each other? I thought celebrities and royals were not the same. But, you know, that person's name that's in the screenshot is a liar, and we know how she does. So I saw this on Twitter, you know, of course, took the screenshot because being that it is the magazine cover, this is what they've always wanted. This is how they feel that the royal family should look. Because as you notice, there is one particular royal woman that is missing. And don't give me that whole, oh, well, you know, she's married to Harry. Well, the consort is married to the king, And then the one that is pictured in the middle, which floors me that she's even in the middle, because shouldn't it be the consort that has the middle picture? Okay, but the one in the middle is also married to an heir. So the others are just, outlayers. And yeah, I'm being kind because, Princess Anne's daughter's technically okay. Let me move on. I'm going to move on, but I wanted to share this cover of a magazine because that is exactly how the derangers and all those that just always seem to have a problem with Meghan but can't seem to put their finger on it. She just rubs them the wrong way. Does she though? And now this tabloid, someone is upset with the consort. Woo! Someone is very upset with the consort. I'm surprised I haven't seen a full scale, apology from the tabloid because they like to apologize to these royals that leak to them, or that wine and dine them to make them feel special. Let's see. What is this one? Oh yeah. So if they do attend, they're going to get the cold shoulder at the coronation. As someone said, con our nation. The silliest headlines. The silliest headlines. This is the one that was saying there's no place on the balcony. Please, you can't fit two people on there, let alone their children who would be in their arms so they're not trampled by the herd that just has to be on the balcony. Harry and Meghan aren't bothered. Was it the Jubilee? They didn't even come out onto the balcony. And that just made all of them so happy that it was quite the same without seeing Meghan out there. All right. Now, I thought this was kind of silly, but this is what the derangers are on. This is their mindset when it comes down to Meghan. That when things happen, it's to overshadow the others. No, it's timing happens. It's just when things happen, things happen. They have a right to release their activities and engagements and events, regardless of what might be happening overseas in the UK. Remember, they're not working royals. They are royals, but they're just living their ordinary life and trying to help others through their charity, etc. But yeah, I just thought this was hilarious that, they promoted Spare before Cosplay's 41st birthday as if that was really like a national holiday or something. Or, them leaving was days before her 38th birthday. Who cares? Like, this is their mindset when they're coming up with their craziness. But now, I must say, as I said, I think it was Sussex Saturday that, the Count and Countess of Wessex got a promotion. He's now the Duke of Edinburgh, and she is for Escape. So her PR is in overdrive right now. Whoever their office is, they are in overdrive. She works harder than Kate, William, and Camilla. That's why Sophie is the Duchess of Edinburgh. Now, she's the Duchess of E because she's married to him, Edward. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why she is the Duchess. But I thought this was hilarious. I'm like, oh, okay. Your PR has got something, which the other three can fight out on their own. The egos are very, but I think if Space had it his way, his name is listed in that screenshot. So many of you know who I'm speaking of. If he had it his way, they wouldn't even have gotten the new titles. So I think he was rallying against this. And I labeled this one, say you're racist without saying you're racist. Sophie's relief that she won't have to curtsy to Megan. Megan is still on the higher rung, so to speak, even though she's not a working royal. They're still HRHs, so the whole, oh, I don't have to curtsy to her. Sorry, but yeah, you do, because you're not in the top 5. Harry is. Okay. Now, I have to take a deep sigh on this one. This individual is suing her half sister, so you already know where we're going, saying that they have a very close relationship. Now, I know for sure she's probably paid for this blue check that you're going to see on this Twitter account, but thank you to the squatties that seem to be lurking and can snag these because the account is locked. So now this is what, March 2nd, 2023 that this was tweeted, and you're talking about, and from photographs, it's reasonable to believe that 2 kids exist. Okay, here we go again. But we don't know specifics of that. Surgency? Did you mean surrogacy? You dumbass. Delivery, DNA, friends, kids. We don't know anything about those 2 children other than we have seen 2 children in photos and usually from a distance or behind. So you're suing your half sister, saying she said you weren't close. You didn't have a close relationship. But yet you're saying all this bullshit? Like, the elevator stopped in the basement for this one. They didn't even go to the first floor. It stopped in the basement. She's a heartless SOB. I would just love that would be a dream of many squatties if Megan would countersue, but she just wants her to disappear. But obviously she won't ever. Just shut up. But this is, surgency. If you're going to come after somebody, at least have it right. And it wouldn't matter, but we have seen the pregnancy pictures of Megan. So, even in Netflix, there's a scene where she's very pregnant. So, with Lilybet, let's not play around. Stop it. Thank you. Moving on. As I said, they're regurgitating Netflix. And Newsweek, you can kiss our butts because you're wishy-washy and all that stuff. But this is the headline. Meghan Markle comforting Prince Harry after Prince William text goes viral. So I was like, what text are we talking about? And of course, when I was reading Meghan Markle hugging Prince Harry after a harsh text message from Prince William shows her love, I go into the article because I was like, okay, Newsweek, what are you talking? And this is what it is. Prince Harry's emotional reaction to text message from Prince William was captured by the makers of their Netflix show in footage that has gone viral on TikTok. It went viral on Netflix, firstly. If you watched the docuseries, we who did saw that scene, talked about it, laughed, and were like, oh, yeah. But, hey, if it makes you happy, welcome to, March 2023. I just have a few more to go through, and then I can hang out with y'all a little while, and then get off of here, because hopefully you're getting your fill of trash time. I think I've created the beast that has to be fed. So something was going on. I don't know why, but since the Oscars were just on Sunday, this was Harry and Meghan are fair game at Oscars, and thank Chris Rock, and then South Park, which I just paused because this was prior to, I just held on to it. And I was like, why would they be roasted at the Oscars? That makes no sense. No sense at all. Why would they be roasted at the Oscars? So, of course, Oscars come and go. This num also comes out with, Jimmy Kimmel plans to roast Meghan and Harry at the Oscars. Really? Because I hadn't heard nothing about that. Okay. So Oscars comes. And then this idiot. Why were Harry and Meghan not nowhere to be seen at Oscars? Seeking comment from a PR perspective. What are the optics of this in Harry and Meghan Oscars? And I was like, why were you expecting them to be there? Oh, you're reading Squatty's tweets and falling for the okie doke. Because, Squad will put stuff out there and then we see it again and we're like, oh, so y'all are reading. But anyway, this person is, if you can see, the assistant news editor of the Daily Express. Yes, a UK tabloid. They really wanted to know why they weren't there. Because your idiots go to the BAFTA? Is that why? But it's not like that over here. Okay. Uh-huh. Now, if they really wanted to, I'm sure they could have, and they would have had a front row seat. But why? They're not acting? Okay. All right. If somebody understands that, please drop a comment and let me know. And now we're on to Titlegate. Again, they want... they were doing victory laps because the titles had not been updated as they should have to the 1917 letters patent. And now they're doing laps, frothing at the mouth that, King Charles should do the same thing as the other royal families have done in other countries. So like Denmark, where the second born son, his children were all stripped of, quote, their royal titles. And I'm like, oh, really? Y'all are going around and around. Now, what gets me is I don't know the screen name at all, but one of the Rhoda, see, they follow these derangers and then they retweet them. So now he's saying, oh, time will tell whether, King C3 would have been better off following the example of Queen Marguerite of Denmark. Now, y'all were happy to kind of rub the faces of the squad in a sense of, the titles aren't being updated. That's because Harry and Meghan don't want them to be updated, blah, 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 blah. Then it was when they announced that, Princess Lilibet had been christened. Why would they use that title? Oh my gosh, how could they do that? It hasn't even been, announced on the family. Who cares? That is her birthright. And lo and behold, the titles would change the next day, or should I say updated, however you wish to do, on the official royal family website. And now y'all are frothing at the mouth that they should be stripped. Get a struggle and stick to it, because you all are truly losing your minds. You're losing your minds. In one way, I wish Harry and Meghan had a brood of children. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children. That way everyone below them is so far out of reach that you... Okay, I'm just saying. That's the attitude I have right now. And then they all would be princesses, and y'all would just have to suffer through it. Okay. That's my last little tidbit for trash time. Now I'm going to jump in the comments for a little bit. There are over 100. Woo-wee, y'all are going to town. Oh my. So I'm going to pick a spot and then work my way down. Let me see. It's 132. Whew, I've been on longer than I had planned. This one seems appropriate. So I'm just picking it up. Okay, Elaine. They can have my finger or fingers. Woo! All right, Simon washed out drunk. Yeah. She likes to... The consort loves to wine and dine. Maybe a little too much, I guess. Was she ever on the wagon to fall off of it? She's pulling the wagon. Church Nelly. Okay. Yes, Serene. Headline lies again. The magazine only showing how racist they are. That's true, Gwendolyn. Not that we should all be shocked, but yeah, that truly was a moment of, show us you're racist without saying it. Let me see. Educate. Princess Megan was a TV star, and Hollywood doesn't recognize TV stars, just movie star. Oh yeah, well, woo. It'll take too much to try to get them to understand that. If they had said the Emmys, okay, we would have said, okay, so it's TV. But again, she hasn't been on TV, and even their docu-series, I think it was even nominated. So I don't know. I just can't. All right, so Harry told y'all that the tabloids make up lies, yes, and they do. hmm And while they make them up, there's people that believe it and just feed on their names. As I saw the one that it mentioned Megan, but yet you go in and it's talking about Harry. Like, we all saw that scene. We know how intense it was. Lord knows we really would love to see what that text said. Don't play with us on that. Okay. But since it didn't come from official, and I'm talking official like Harry's phone, yeah, I don't care what anybody might have put up thinking it might be. No. Okay. Annie, Harry and Meghan haven't said that they were going to the to the coronation yet. People, please, yeah. Until their spokesperson tells us, it's all a guess. I mean, it's the date of their son's 4th birthday. That to me would be more fun to celebrate than to be in the room with people who then are plotting not to speak to them, like they did. Had her standing by herself at the Queen's funeral and then giving cold shoulders. Whatever. Why put herself in the mix of that? Even that the walkabout when it was, oh, they, Megan left and she was right there. No, she didn't. And thank God for the young woman who, I know there were other pictures, but thank God to the young woman who, was like, had that little convo. Because, yeah, that could have been where the tabloids went ham, as we know they did. Churchillly, a dull light bulb could outshine that damn British monarchy. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth, Sharon? Annie, actually, Harry has curly hair. Elizabeth has straight like Diana, more like her mother. And mind you, as a child, if you see the younger pictures of Meghan, hers was naturally curly. I believe, and there was an interview, and I will have to search high and low for that interview now, that she explained that from her just straightening her hair, her natural curl pattern is gone. Those of us that understand what that means know that can happen. So anyway, all right. Hey, Ma Jones, how are you? Lottie, Harry and Meghan should not go either. Yeah, they should tell them to kick rocks. Um, each night. The problem is all of the other royals are so boring. They don't sell papers. Why do you think Harry and Meghan are written about? Like every single day, but then they say they're irrelevant, but then they say they're narcissists, but they're not asking you to write about them. They have no contact with you. It is so mind-boggling, but here we are. Oh, did I say count? Thank you, Earl and Countess. It should be the Count. He looks like Count Dracula a little bit. Okay. Okay, let me go on. But thank you for that, Cinderella. See back. There is a full game on. Full. Let me read this. A full. Oh, this is. I'm gonna say this is a full. On Game of Thrones going on over there. Well, let them fight over there, because the ones over here aren't having anything to do with them over there. Oh. Annie could think Sharon, but Harry had straight hair when he was a kid. Yeah, he did, from the pictures that we've seen of him. It's probably curling now as it's deciding what it's going to do. Ford Escape, the Duchess of Ed. Yeah. The borough. Let me be quiet. Woo! Ooh, that's not hard since Kate, Willie, and Cal Miller do nothing. They do things, but they just don't do things that help strengthen the country and bring people together and show that they aren't the crazy bigots that run around and do all the shady ish that we see in the headlines. Lucy, my friend's sister, is still critical on that. Oh no, so I will not be in any chat today. Oh, prayers, Lucy, prayers. Our prayers are with them. Marvel Society had better be careful. That monarchy does not like to be overshadowed by anyone. Oh, Lord of mercy. But never mind. We should send them some tea just to remind them that the U.S. really doesn't give a about them and they need to stay where they are, and that the American member of the family did come home. Her husband with his family came with her and moving right along. Cookies, the unroyals and their racist goons are using the overshadowing nonsense to harass and bully the Sussexes into silence. They're upset that the Sussexes are not failing. Yes, goodness. If they would just leave them alone and let them do what they do, truly report on the ones over there. But they created this for themselves, the media over there. So, suck it up, buttercups. Suck it up, buttercups. Cinderella. Sophie never had to curtsy to her. Let me see. Sophie was supposed to be Duchess ever since the beginning of time. HRHs don't curtsy to each other. Well, that's not how Meghan made it seem when, although that was, no, they wanted the American to curtsy to them. So I don't know. I thought it was because they curtsy to the Queen, right? I'm sure they bow and curtsy to the King, right? I'm just going to leave that alone. Duchess Ford Escape. That's her new title. Ford Escape. We'll still have to curtsy in the presence of Harry and Meghan. It is petty me to have a picture of that. Ooh, no, because we would love it. We would love it, love it, love it. So yeah, she would have to by the protocol that they have in place, because they seem to do all that behind the scenes too. It's if Harry's not in the presence, from my understanding, that she wouldn't have to curtsy, but she would have to if he's standing there. And he should. Okay. Yes, Prudence, we are praying for that situation. Mina, is that Scammy the abuser? Yes, Mina, that is. Although she doesn't see herself that way, but it is what it is. Meghan, do to Scammy what Laura Ingalls did to Nellie Olson. Church Nellie, stop it. She really can't. She'd cop a charge and it would just be a whole situation. Because your scammy children rather spend time with Meghan than try to repair their relationship with her. She needs to go somewhere and leave Duchess Meghan alone. We can only pray that does happen. Annie, as Oprah said, whatever decision they, Harry and Meghan, make for themselves. Exactly. Jeannie, just joining. Can't believe they're still questioning Meghan children parents. Yes, they are. The moon bump people will always be around. If only the tin foil would get tighter around their heads, maybe it would help them understand she birthed her children. And there's nothing wrong if she had a surrogate. And I'm sure they would have, that would have been, why pretend that you're pregnant? Maybe we need to ask the other ones that. Okay. Just, whew. Kids, Archie has Meghan's eyes and Elizabeth has Diana's. They didn't go to this hard on GCNL. That's true. Because, we know that because of their pigment and, not having a biracial parent, unless you go way back in space's history. But nevertheless, pegging along. Here we go. Marshall, Jimmy Kimmel roasted Will Smith and said nothing about the Sussexes. I'm not sure why they thought he would say something about the Sussexes. maybe if they were there, but all I can see is him acknowledging them. I don't see that he would have went off the rails, given that there are many in the audience that would not have appreciated that too very much. Okay. Hey, Bright Eyes, I see your name, so I see someone greeting you. I just wanted to say hi. I haven't seen you in a bit, and I'm glad to see that you're here and well. Okay. Church Harry, you know how to fly helicopters. Take a pic. Stop it. Actually, he needs. Never mind. Church Nelly, stop it. Because I'm getting ready to fall. Hey, Kevin, Tuber Chat, how are you? Hey, Sam, good to see you. I'm scrolling through, jumping through the comments because I'm going to have to end it very, very soon. But let me just, don't feel slighted. But it's a lot of comments, and I'm just trying to get through as many. Rochelle said Donald Trump is talking about Diane again, but her brother Charles has answered. Oh. We're just going to leave that alone. He's trying to deflect from some pending potential charges, but I'll just or indictment, I should say. So I'll just leave that. Megan is senior too. Yes, she is. We're just going. Mina, they make a big deal about Megan being the first Black royal in the family, but act or don't know that there was another member of the family over 200 years ago, and she was a queen. Yes, Queen Charlotte. Some like to acknowledge it, some do not. I mean, for me, if all the racists in the world would take DNA tests, maybe they would shut up about hating people just based on their pigment. Because that tells you really what the deal is. Okay, don't let the pigment fool you. All right, let me. Church Nelly, Pamela, Harry, Megan goes. Megan better not curse it that day. You know they're gonna. That's the picture that they will try to. That's the one that that visual they would try to get. But yeah, hopefully they don't get a chance. So let me see. Donna, Scammy is bold because the UK press has given the Markles a platform. H has signed off on the birth certificate of his children, and that settles it. Everyone else's opinions doesn't matter. It is just the craziest. Like, you're going to tell me that if it came down to someone in the royal line, especially the top tier, had issues having children, that there would be a problem with a surrogate, a child being born of surrogacy, if it's still theirs. DNA wise, it's kind of, I don't know. They need to catch up with the times and stop all the craziness. And yes, kids, I see your comment. I'm just not putting it on the screen. Yes, he needs to. Sunny Florida, yeah. Cookies and cream. The sisters really need to distance themselves from all those backwards, racist, vile, sinister, hypocritical imbeciles. They have been trying. The media just won't let them, although they are tied to them. I mean, poor Harry, born into the crazy, crazy family. All right, so that is all that I really had to share. I hope you all have enjoyed Trash Time on this Twisted Thursday. And, many prayers out to all those. It really does, just breaks the heart to see. But yeah, we've got a lot of prayers out. So Lynn, please just know that we're praying for your friend. Lucy, we're praying for your friend's situation. Shannon thought the JK was supposed to be. Well, JK can kiss her behind about that. Anyway. Thank you for joining. Please take care of yourself. Wear your mask, everybody. Love you all. Bye.